What the f is a moto holder? So earlier this year we launched the Morimoto moto holders, and to those of you who don't know or haven't been, in the retrofitting scene for all too long, the Morimoto Mini H1s, are by far the most popular projector out there. Super compact, amazing performance, very easy to fit in tight places. But the fact is that, from every generation, from 1.0 all the way through 7.0, 7 generations of change, so many updates. Bulb holders have always been the biggest pieces of shit. They don't hold the bulbs very easily. They don't hold them accurately. The precision has always been a problem. And even to this day, like myself, I have trouble getting the bulb in and out of there, especially with my own bare fingers. So you always have to use a pair of needle nose pliers, whatever. So in middle 2017, our engineer Yoshi, what's up Yoshi, he's the man, extremely talented guy. We went to him and we said, dude, we need to figure out a way that we can finally fix this problem, because it's something that has just plagued those projectors, like I said, ever since their inception. So the Moto holder was the ending result. And essentially what this is it's an upgrade for any Mini H1 projector, or any projector for that matter that uses an H1 bulb, even the Matchbox, or even generics like the Acme's, for example, that replaces the stock metal bulb holder and the spring that holds the bulb in place with a injection molded plastic. And it just allows for so much more precision in holding the H1 bulbs, so that you can make the most of those Mini H1 projectors and put the most light output on the ground, ensure the distribution of light within the beam pattern is as designed. In addition to that, they're just so much easier to use. You can put the bulbs in a lot more easily, and if you ever need to swap a bulb out, you don't have to take the whole freaking headlight off of your car, mess around with these little bullshit clips to get them on, get them off. So they're just much more easier to use. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and grab some moto holders, grab some Mini H1 7.0s, and we'll show you exactly side by side how they compare to the standard ones. All right, so I think it makes sense just to give you a quick overview of the standard bulb holder that you'll find on the Mini H1 projectors. Again, this is a Morimoto 7.0, but there will be the same bulb holder on an Acme projector, a Matchbox, you name it. So as you can see, it's been the same forever, just a standard stamped bulb holder here. And the way that this works is that you put your H1 bulb in the back, return wire down, of course, and then there's the clip that comes with it, basically this little paper clip deal. So the open end goes on top into the 2 holes that are there, and then you have to press it down and then insert it sideways into these little finger clips that go in there. But the problem is that this clip can put uneven pressure on the back of the base of the H1 bulb, and therefore it can cause the bulb to tilt up inside the projector, tilt down, or sometimes tilt to the side, whatever, you name it. So like I said, that's always been the problem with the stock bulb holders, is not only that they're finicky and they're a pain in the ass to use, but that uneven pressure results in misalignment of the capsule of the bulb, and therefore the beam pattern gets all kinds of fucked up on the road. Nobody likes that. So, like I said, I got that thing all set up there. I can almost never get these things off with my hands. So I'm just going to use a pair of needle nose pliers to get that thing off of there now. But we'll go ahead and get the Moto holder installed now. And all you need to do that is just a small Phillips screwdriver just to remove these stock screws. 1, 2, and 3. Of course, that one fell in there. So on the Moto holder, you'll get 3 pieces. The first thing that needs to go on is the one with the 3 flanges that obviously replaces the base plate of the bulb holder. So those flanges, they line up just as the stock one does, and they use the exact same screws that the stock one does too, so you do not need new hardware as far as that goes. But do be careful because these screws are tiny. All right, so you have the bulb holder replaced. The base plate is on, again, just using the stock screws, so that's super easy. The next thing that you need to do in using the Moto holders is put the little U-shaped flange onto the back of the H1 bulb. And this thing is designed to fit in a specific way. I mean, really, if you just look at the geometry of this little channel that's built into the front side of it, you'll see how it meshes with the geometry on the base of the H1 bulb. The bulb will basically sit in it just like this. And then from there, go ahead and just drop it right on to the projector. Boom, that lines up there, that lines up there. Very easy. And last but not least, the lock ring. This is pretty much the key here, because instead of just holding on with those two little fingers, this is what's going to provide even pressure on the back of the U-shaped washer and allow the bulb to sit perfectly in the back of the projector. Boom, that's done. So as you can see, no movement. The bulb is going to be perfectly straight in there and properly aligned both on the X and Y axis. So I think the only thing that's left to do is really just light this thing up and show you that pretty beam pattern.